Hello Booktube, hello friends, welcome to LizziefayeLovesBooks. I'm Elizabeth, and I'd like to do one more book haul video for you. This will, I think, be the last in a series of book haul videos that I have done recently. And in this video, I'd like to share with you all of the really old vintage books that I have found. Now, I was inspired to do this by two other booktubers who have become very good friends of mine, Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes, and Sonia from Sonia with an I. Both of them have done recently a vintage book haul. They've probably done more than one, but each of them have done one fairly recently, and I will link those in the description below. But the three of us have become sort of cozy vintage bookish friends, and I thought, I'm needing to find some vintage books that I can do a video about. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with most of these. I might give some of them to them. I don't know. I have held back a few that I am probably going to give to them that I'm not going to show you. Others might go in my eBay store. I might keep some and read some. Some I definitely will keep because they are from a children's series that I've been collecting. But I have another friend who's not a booktuber who is collecting some of that same series for her son. So whatever duplicates I have, I will pass on to her. But last weekend, I went to a book sale in Tampa, and most of their books, they have a little store where in their library that is open regularly, but they were having a special sale, and normally their hardcovers, I think, are $2, and their paperbacks are $1.50, and so they were doing 2 for 1, or basically half off. But then they also had a table of last chance books, books that had already been through the sales and everything, and no one had bought them, and so they were 50 cents a piece. And I found some beautiful old vintage hardcovers on that 50-cent table that I just could not resist. So I'm going to show you those, and I'm excited to share this video with you, and I hope that you enjoy it. Now, right now as I'm filming this, I think I said earlier, it is October the 8th. It's Tuesday. We have a big hurricane coming, and I've been working hard to try to get my videos done, edited, and scheduled so that some videos would continue to be uploaded to my channel while we're experiencing all of this hurricane and the aftermath and everything. I have no idea how bad it's going to be, but it's looking like it's going to be pretty bad. And by the time you see this video, the hurricane will have already come and hopefully gone. And I don't know, at this point right now, I may not have electricity, I may not have internet or anything, and we definitely appreciate your prayers. We hope that if we are out of electricity and internet, that will all come back very soon. But, of all the things that can go wrong during a storm, I hope that is the biggest thing that we have to worry about. I hope that everyone stays safe, and we will get through this as quick as we can. But meanwhile, I wanted to get this video up so that even if my power is out, it can still be seen by you. And be sure to leave me a comment if there's any of these books that you've heard of or look interesting to you. Then let's chat about them in the comments. So I want to start out with the books that I found for younger readers. Now, not all of these came from that one sale. I also went to one of my nearby libraries, actually 2 weeks in a row, because I went week before last and found out that they were having a half-off sale the next week. But that first week that I was there, I found a bunch of Happy Hollister books and a few other vintage children's books, and they went ahead and gave them to me at half price because it was right near the end of the sale time, and so I guess they thought, we'll just go ahead and give her next week's price, which was super nice of them. And I have a friend who has been collecting Happy Hollister books for her son, and so any duplicates that I get, I will pass on to her, and I have not even checked yet to see which ones of these I have or anything. Now, some of them are kind of plain library copies. They're yellow spines, and I don't know that I've ever really seen any like this except in libraries, so that's why I think these are probably library copies. When I was growing up, my third grade teacher had a bunch that looked just like this, and this is basically how they look without a dust jacket. But I found several with dust jackets, so let me just show you the titles. I don't have these in any order. This one is The Happy Hollisters and the Punch and Judy Mystery. And I think I do have that one. This one is The Cuckoo Clock Mystery. Then some of these with dust jackets. The Cowboy Mystery. This one is the first one. It's just called The Happy Hollisters. More of the library copies. Happy Hollisters at Mystery Mountain. I'm pretty sure I have that one. At Pony Hill Farm. I don't think I have that one. I do now, though. Snowflake Camp. I think I have this one in paperback because they have, in recent years, started re-releasing some of these stories in paperback. There is a website you can go to. If I can find it, I will leave a link for it down below so that you can actually order Happy Hollister books online in paperback. And they're the same stories. I don't think they've been updated or anything like that. I just have one, and I didn't buy it from the website, although I do get the periodic emails from them. I just found it somewhere, like at a library sale. But I knew that it was one of the new, newer reprints. So anyway, this one is The Happy Hollisters at Circus Island. And I guess that's all of the Happy Hollister books. Then I found 3 books that are Alice and Jerry books. You guys remember these? You would probably need to be my age or older because I think these books were school reading books from maybe the 50s. I don't know. Let me look at one and see here. I remember reading from Alice and Jerry books when I was a kid. This one says the original copyright date on this one was 1957, but this is a 1964 book. Anyway, look at this. This is so neat. These are just basic stories for early readers. I don't think they're quite as basic as the, Dick and Jane books. But as you are learning to read, they are just simple, fun stories. And I am going to read these to Emily. I am so excited. So that's one of them. Then I have this one called Friendly Village. It's also an Alice and Jerry book. And then Through the Green Gate. I'm pretty sure I remember this one. I mean, I remember this image on the front. So I'm super excited about those. Then I also found a few other vintage children's books. I picked up a couple of old Newbery winners that I already own. Mitzi, do you need these? I feel like she probably already has Hitty. Hitty is from the 1930s. This is a newer copy, but I just talked about Hitty and her first 100 years by Rachel Field in my most recent Newbery video, which was about Newbery winners of the 1930s. Now, Shadow of a Bull, this was written in the 1960s. In fact, I think this was published in 1964, the year I was born. And the author here is a very difficult name to pronounce. I didn't attempt to pronounce it when I showed it, and someone commented to me that they were very disappointed that I didn't take the time to learn how to pronounce it. But I'm pretty sure that I did look and I couldn't find it. So somewhere in my comments, I need to go back and look. I should have done it before showing this book, but I believe that person did tell me how to pronounce it, and they showed me phonetically. So if you are watching this, thank you again for that, because I do think it's very important to learn how to pronounce names correctly. But anyway, this is the name. And this was a good book. It was interesting. It was about a controversial topic, bullfighting, but I thought that the book was very interesting. Then I found a copy of Peter Pan. Now, I would have been sending this on to my friend Sonia from Sonia with an I, except for her birthday, Mitzi already supplied her with a couple of copies, I think a couple of different editions of Peter Pan, because that had been on her wish list. And I realized I don't have Peter Pan either. So, Sonia, I might read this, and if you would like to have this edition as well, then I can certainly earmark this for you and pass this around. This is also a library copy. It's a mass market paperback copy that has been put onto a hardcover for library use, but I think this is the original Peter Pan story by J.M. Barrie. This book I found, and I will probably put this in my eBay store. I have another book from this series already listed, and I will probably put this one along with it and make a little lot of two. But these are the real books. This one is the real book about easy music making, and it is by Joseph Leeming. These were written about all different topics. They are for kids, and I believe they have hands-on projects to make and things like that. And they're just really cool. I think we had a couple of these in my house when I was growing up. They are published by Garden City Books. And this one is from 1952, but the original copyright date is 1948. So I'm excited to have this one. And I also found a Lucy Maud Montgomery book. Now, we are going to be announcing very soon the More Montgomery Challenge for this year. In fact, I have already filmed that video. And I have right now an extra copy of book 1 and 3 of the Emily trilogy. And I ran across a copy of book 2, which is Emily Climbs. So I didn't say it in my announcement video, but this trilogy will probably be something that I will use as a giveaway for the More Montgomery Challenge. So if you do not have copies of the Emily of New Moon trilogy, then you might want to participate in the More Montgomery Challenge hosted by myself and Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes. And this year, Sonia from Sonia with an I is joining us because we will be doing a few giveaways, and this one will be mine. And then one other kid's book that I want to show you. This is so cute. This is appropriate for the season, Mickey and the Haunted House. It's a book of hidden surprises. It's got little flaps in it, and I haven't even really looked at them all. I will probably read through this with Emily, and she'll probably want to keep it, and of course I will let her keep it, but I just thought this was cute. We don't really do much with Halloween anymore, but you know, it's Mickey Mouse. So I think that's all of the books that I have found for young readers. And before I get any further into this video, I am dying to show you the Gluttons Taber books that I have found recently. Now, 2 of them I did order on eBay, but the other 2 I found out in the wild. In fact, I found them both at the same library where I got the Happy Hollister books and the Alice and Jerry books. So that library is quickly becoming a favorite because I have found some fantastic stuff there. But one of the books that I ordered is the next book in the Still Meadow series. It's the one that I have just started because I am reading the Still Meadow series, trying to read them in order. I did have to skip the first one because it's pretty expensive, but now I am reading the Still Meadow Day book. And I'm just a little ways into it, just a couple chapters in, and I am loving it just as much as the other Gluttons Taber books that I have read. The other one that I purchased on eBay doesn't have a dust jacket, but it is the Still Meadow album. I got this at a really good price. I had just put it on my watch list, and then the seller offered it to me for like half the price, and so I think I got it for like $7 plus shipping. Totally worth it. It has photos in it. It's not considered part of the Still Meadow series, but it does have actual photographs of life at Still Meadow, and I am super excited to read this one. And then these 2 I found, like I said, at that library. One of them I found a couple of weeks ago, and I was thrilled. This is My Own Cape Cod. This is not part of the Still Meadow series, but it is one of her memoir type books, and I was beside myself with excitement that I found it. And then the next week I went back for their half off sale, and I found this one. Oh my goodness, this is a hardcover with a beautiful dust jacket copy of Gluttons Taber's My Own Cookbook. This is basically just a cookbook. It doesn't have any like extra writings or anything like that. I do have a paperback copy of this cookbook, but I was not about to pass up this beautiful hardcover with the dust jacket. So I was just absolutely thrilled to find this. And while we're on the subject of Gluttons Taber, recently Sonia has been reading a book by Hal Borland that she found on Hoopla, but she looked it up because Gluttons Taber mentioned reading Hal Borland and also, I think, visiting him. She knew him and his wife. And so that name had stuck in my head, and I found a Hal Borland book. Now, this is not the one that Sonia's reading, but this one is called When the Legends Die. I don't know anything about it, but I had just been hearing her tell me about reading Hal Borland, and I thought, well, I have to grab this, of course. All right, so let's take a look at the other really cool vintage things. I did find a few of these Signet Regency romances. These I will check with Steve Donahue because he's been trying to collect this whole set. I will send him a message and let him know which ones I have recently found. And if he doesn't have these, then I will send these to him. But if he's got these, then I will put these in my eBay store. I think I have a couple of others set aside, just waiting for a few more to make a lot. And I will put those in my eBay store. The three books, in case you can't see them: Lord Harry's Folly by Catherine Coulter. So that is a recognizable author. The London Belle by Shirley Kennedy. And then The Dashing Miss Fairchild by Emily Hendrickson. And then this is a really old Harlequin historical romance. It's number 3. I was like, oh wow, I need to grab that. This is called A Rose for Danger by Marguerite Bell, and it was originally published in 1977. Now, Harlequin has been going much longer than that, but I guess it was the 70s when they started doing a separate line of Harlequin historicals. So I grabbed that. This will probably go in my eBay store, but I might read it. I don't know. We shall see. And I'm not sure where I found this one. This will probably go in my eBay store. This is just a really old copy of Shakespeare's As You Like It. It says Hudson on it, so I wasn't really sure. And I looked inside. It looks like someone has torn out the original end papers, but the title page is still here. It says Shakespeare's As You Like It, with introduction and notes explanatory and critical for use in schools and families by the Reverend Henry N. Hudson, LLD. And it was published in Boston by Gin and Company in 1893. So yeah, that is pretty cool. This one is not a vintage copy, but it is a vintage story. It's by Willa Cather, The Professor's House. Now, I have a couple of other Willa Cather books that I have not read, and I've heard mixed things about Willa Cather, but I know that she wrote some pioneer-type stories, and so I'm very interested in this. So I'm going to hang on to this one and add it to the other Willa Cather books that I have. And then this one, I don't know. I picked this up thinking maybe this would be a gift for someone. I'm not sure. I don't know that I'm interested in reading it myself, but I may dip in and out of it. I don't know. This is Favorite Poems of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and it is an old vintage copy from 1947, which is the year that my parents got married. So maybe I will read a few poems in their honor. Another author that several of you will recognize. I picked up a few Phyllis Whitney hardcovers. One is The Glass Flame. These will probably go in my eBay store unless Mitzi or Donna from Studio in the Library, if you see any of these that you don't have and you want them, let me know. The Ebony Swan and Dream of Orchids and Feather on the Moon. And then one other author that I recognize, I will probably put this in my eBay store. This is a book by Harold Bell Wright, who wrote Shepherd of the Hills, which is a famous book and play that they do in Branson, Missouri. This is called Helen of the Old House, and this was on the last chance table. I thought, you know, I can't believe that someone didn't snatch this up. But I thought, you know, I'm not in Missouri, I'm in Florida, and maybe Floridians don't know about Harold Bell Wright. But anyway, I did pick this up, and I was excited to get it. Next several, I don't know anything about. They were just beautiful, and I picked them up. I still may give away some of these, but I can't resist showing them to you. So this one is The Gown of Glory by Agnes Sly Turnbull. Says she's the author of The Bishop's Mantle, but look at that beautiful cover right there. And it's got her picture on the back. I know Mitzi and Sonia are always talking about these old vintage books that have the author's picture on the back. Now, I like it when the cover wraps all the way around, like this one. This one is Queen's Gift by Inglis Fletcher, and it wraps all the way around, which is kind of cool too. No author's picture on this one. Then we have The Peaceable Kingdom by Ardith Kennelly. And we do have her picture on the back. Oh, the Brave Music by Dorothy Evelyn Smith. This one wraps all the way around. Are these gorgeous? 50 cents per book. The Laughing Stranger by Vina Delmar. It's got a little bit of damage at the bottom, but look at her on the back there. Look at the hairdo. That's awesome. Then we have Rainbow in the Royals by Garland Rourke, author of Fair Wind to Java. And this is a male author. And there he is. I have two more, but actually one of them I'm not going to show you because I am going to send it to someone. Okay, this one is Captain Adam by Donald Barr Chidsey, author of Panama Passage. There's a bodice ripper for you right there. And this one is a male author as well. Aren't these just gorgeous? I wish I could show you this other one, but I'm going to send it to someone who just might show it in their video, so you'll be able to see it then. Anyway, that is all for this haul. I am just thrilled with all of these books. I hope that you've enjoyed not only this haul, but my other hauls. Hopefully at this point we are past the storm. It has gone on back out into the ocean and all is well. I appreciate all your prayers, and we will be back soon, hopefully, with a new video. But that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.